Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jasmine. Today I've got another speed build for you and I've called this one a granny cottage, and that's because it's partly inspired by the new stuff pack that's coming out in the Sims 4 soon, and that's Nifty Knitting, and it's got obviously knitting and rocking chairs and things like that, which I consider sort of content for your elderly Sims, and I'm so excited about it. So I decided to make a cottage designed for elderly Sims, but also don't judge me, but it's the exterior at least is very much my style of build, very cottagey, very rural, and loads of plants and growing flowers along the walls and things like that. And that's definitely sort of my preferred style of build, and I've been meaning to really add a build like that to my channel for a while now, because I recently changed my channel art thanks to Sims. I'll link her in the description and in the video and things like that, so you can go and find her if you're interested. She's absolutely amazing. But yeah, so she created me a lovely intro and profile picture, and I basically asked her to incorporate loads of flowers and like a farm scene, because I absolutely love animals. I have always lived rurally. I love like a rural lifestyle. The idea of like horses and having a farm in The Sims is like a dream come true for me. So that's like my idea of an ideal pack in The Sims. But yeah, up until now, I really haven't made any builds on my channel that reflect that about me. I mostly have made a load of community builds or recreated builds from shows that I like. At the minute, I'm making loads of Sims and builds from Gilmore Girls because I'm putting together a save file that I'll eventually release to everyone. So if you're interested in that, I'll link that up in the corner of the video and down in the description as well, because I've got absolutely loads of Gilmore Girls videos. But yeah, I've got a few interiors of apartments, like of different styles that I like the look of, but I wouldn't call any of them my preferred style at all. So this was actually quite nice to sort of get my teeth into at least the exterior of what I would call my style of house. And especially at the minute, because I'm considering buying a house and I'm like looking around and definitely thinking about what my style is. I'm really excited about it and I'm thinking about it a lot, so that was nice to do. You'll have seen me use those wall plants, or they're sort of ivy-like plants growing up the side of the house, and they're not actually an object in game. You have to unlock it through a cheat, and I'll add that in the video somewhere. But I think they're also from Discover University, so it was really quite hard to find them, but that's how I managed to filter through them. But yeah, you can just see me now adding absolutely loads of flowers to the exterior of the house, just because that's something I would absolutely love in my own home. I actually played around with the terrain tool just a tiny bit in this build. I can never do it, and I really want to get to grips with it and make it work well. I've seen like a couple of simmers do it really well recently, and that sort of tempted me to use it. And just because I think, especially in like cottagey gardens, you tend to see quite sort of wild terrain, and it's not neat, it's not flat, it's just sort of a bit higgledy-piggledy in different layers, and that is what makes it beautiful to me. I used a lot of rocks in this build to contain the cottagey landscaping, and I think it turned out okay in the end. I tend to find with Sims 4 flowers that the colours of them clash a little bit together, and I really find it difficult to use different coloured flowers. I think it's just because they use such bright artificial colours for the flowers that they just look a bit odd when you put them next to each other, and they sort of hurt your eyes a little bit. And I was struggling to look at particularly that patch on the left there, so I ended up swapping out a load of the pink small flowers for some just sort of plain and small yellow ones, because I just thought that clashed a little bit less, and I think that worked okay. It was a real shame actually that the lot that I chose to do this on, although it's an absolutely beautiful lot, it's in Windenburg, by the way, it's by a lake, it's got loads of trees around it, and it's got like a lovely lane going up to the road, so you don't have this massive road by your house, and that's really nice. It makes it really private and rural, but it was a tiny lot, so I really wanted to have a nice big garden with like a little veg patch and a greenhouse and like a little herb garden and seating areas and things like that. And I was quite limited with what I could actually add in the end. So I might end up doing another build that sort of explores that a little bit more, because I just, like I said, love this style. If you like this build, let me know. It'll give me an impression of whether I should do a similar one. I was actually thinking, because it's my birthday coming up soon, that I will probably arrange like a small Q&A and get you guys to sort of ask me a few questions that you might be interested in knowing about me, or if you maybe want some tips in The Sims or something like that, I could answer them. And I would probably release that on my birthday with a build of a house that I would consider like my dream house, which to me is actually like a rural farmhouse. That's my dream house. Loads of animals and like a really cozy farmhouse. I also wanted to say a big thank you to everyone who watched my first episode of my Rags to Riches Let's Play that I posted not too long ago. You guys were all so sweet and gave such lovely comments and feedback, and it just warmed my heart because I was really nervous about posting that. One, because I'd never done a Let's Play before, and two, because I wasn't sure how popular Let's Plays would be, because I feel like you have to really get into them in order to get attached to the characters and things like that. And it's much more difficult than speed builds, where people either see a picture of a build that they really like and think, oh, I want to watch that, or they search out specific builds they want to see and they're more likely to watch the video. I was a bit more nervous about doing a Let's Play for that reason, but you guys were also sweet. It makes me want to carry on doing them, so yeah, thank you so much. And whilst we're here making a granny cottage as well, I thought it might be a nice time to talk about my thoughts on Nifty Knitting and your thoughts as well. So let me know what you thought of like the trailer and the live stream that they did down in the comments. I'm super excited for the pack. I think it looks absolutely beautiful. The build and buy looks amazing. They've added so many objects that you can create, which I'm so excited about, because that was one thing that I was really nervous about when we chose the items. But they ended up adding absolutely loads of items and toys and clothing and stuff like that. And the rocking chairs I'm really excited about, and the fact that kids can knit. They've done absolutely loads with it. So I'm so pleased. I'm not so excited about the Kaz, I'll be honest. Like, where is my rainbow jumper that every granny knits her grandkids that they never want to wear? Where's your oversized kids jumper and your scarves? Like, why aren't scarves separated from the tops? I was so disappointed to see that you could only wear them with them attached to the tops. That was quite disappointing. But there are some lovely Kaz items still, but I really wasn't pleased with the decisions that the community voted on actually in the process in terms of Kaz. So I guess that's, it's just not my taste, and that's fine. Even in terms of them being for elderly Sims, they wouldn't have been my personal taste in clothing, but I would have preferred them to suit elderly Sims more, which I didn't think they did. They were a bit odd, but that's fine. Someone else is probably more excited about them than I am, and it's only a stuff pack, so I'm not really that bothered. I'm also really excited about Plopsy. I think that looks amazing as a system, and I'm really excited to use that in gameplay as well. I'll probably integrate that somehow into my Rags to Riches Let's Play, because I intend to have like a little homeware business or shop in that, and so we can definitely maybe not use Plopsy, but we can definitely knit things and sell them, and potentially use Plopsy as well, but we'll see how that goes. One thing that I definitely think is a shame that's missing from the pack as well is tea cozies. Why did they not give us knitted or knittable tea cozies in the game? Honestly, like, that's a no-brainer for me. They should have added that, like grannies, teapots, tea cozies, duh. I think it's because I don't think Americans really drink tea the same way that people from the UK at least do, and I don't think kettles or teapots are that common in America, so maybe they just sort of didn't realize they were a thing, and so didn't include them. But correct me if I'm wrong, but oh well, maybe in another pack we can add knittable tea cozies, or at least a teapot in The Sims that actually looks like a teapot, or a kettle. A kettle would be fine, but the one we've currently got in game, it looks like it's trying to be a coffee machine, but it pours it into a teapot instead of into like a coffee mug. And it's like, no one has machines like that. What? Surely in the process of making The Sims, they should have done some research. If they were going to create an object like that, they would have like, let's perhaps reference an actual teapot. Where did they come up with that? I honestly don't know what The Sims is doing sometimes. One thing I've also started doing on Twitter, in case you're interested, is every Monday I'm going to post something, or like a thread of posts to help out new Sims channels to grow, or to learn how to grow their channels, and either get more views and subscribers, or just tips on how to make their content better and things like that. And I've been doing loads of research for it this week, and I've gotten really into it, and I know I should have been doing that research for myself anyway, but I just felt more motivated to do it for you guys. I've been learning so much, and it's just been so much fun, and so I'm really excited to share what I've found with you over the next few weeks. So definitely follow me on Twitter if you haven't already, because you might find that helpful. I always try and support my fellow Simmers on Twitter as much as I possibly can, so don't be a stranger on there. But now we're placing loads of clutter objects, and I really enjoyed doing this actually. I already had the debug cheat on, so I just got a load and load of debug items out of the catalogue, like those fossils and those feathers from cats and dogs that you can collect, and I have never played with them in game, but I really, really want to. I think it's such a cute idea, and that you can have them in pictures on the wall like that. I think that's so cute. And so, yeah, I'm tempted to like put them in all of my houses now. But I think they were so appropriate for a little granny. She would definitely have like a little picture of a heron and a finch and things like that on a wall to decorate. And that wallpaper, I'm sorry, but I'm also not sorry, because it's so granified that I love it. I tried to do my best at making it quite a pretty build, but also very dated in certain aspects. So we've got the old toilet there, we've got the stone floors and the stone walls, and we've got the granny wallpaper, and I absolutely love the granny vibes emanating from this house. If it's something that you guys are interested in, and I don't know if I'm like qualified enough, but I was thinking once I've sort of gathered a bit more information and done a few more of these threads, I might create a video about the things I've learned in terms of how to grow your channel, because I know that I would have found that really useful like a month or so ago, and there's probably a lot of channels out there that would find it useful right now. So let me know if you'd be interested in seeing that from me. Like I say, I'm by no means qualified to provide advice, but I'll give it a good go, and I've learned so much already. So yeah, let me know what you think of that idea. But we're coming up to the end of the video now, so thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you like this style of house. Let me know if you're looking forward to Nifty Knitting. If you liked the video, please like, comment and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Bye guys!